guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Mrs. G. Today we are going to be looking at the 2013 CSEC paper 1. Let's get ready. Alright, so items 1 to 3 refers to the following map. So the map is a little blurry, but I will show you where the items are. Number 1 says, what is the grid reference for the trigonometrical station at Gun Hill? So we would look on the map, we would have to find Gun Hill. It is right here, and we are finding the grid reference. So with grid reference, you're basically using capital letter L, just like how you would write it. That's how you would give your answer. So it would be 31, which is this line, the third number, and then 57, and then another number. So we know that the answer should start with 31, and then it should have 57. So let us just look through. We have 31, 57, 31, 57. So only these two at the top. So for the trig station, we just need to find exactly where it is located. So we have 3, 1, 2. So it's going in this direction, just like the number 31. 3, 1, 2. Remember, you're splitting up the box. And then 5, 7, 2. So I would give it that one. Since it is right here, it looks correct to me. Next one is 3, 1, 4. Next one is 5, 7, 2. So if we were to split up the box, 1, 2, 3, 4 would have been somewhere up here. So the answer for this one would have been letter A, which is 3, 1, 2, 5, 7, 2. For number 2, the straight line distance between the trigonometrical station at Gun Hill and the road junction at Rock is approximately. So what you're going to do, you're going to find the two areas, then you are going to place your strip of paper between the two areas, and then you're going to mark off your measurement, place your measurement on your scale, and then you do your reading. So when we did that, it is from right here where Gun Hill is to Rock over here. That straight line distance, it is asking for the answer in miles. When we place it along here, it turned out to be 3.5 miles. So for number 2, the letter would be B. Number 3, what is the direction of the trigonometrical station at Gun Hill from the junction at Rock? So we already know where Gun Hill is, which is over here, and we know where the junction at Rock is. Based on the question, it says from the junction at Rock, so we are starting at Rock. So we draw our north-south line here at Rock, and then we connect the 2 points. So it is somewhere in the south, and then it is over to the western side. So our answer should have something with south and west in it. It is not southwest directly based on the location. So our answer for that would have been letter D, which is west-southwest. For number 4, a scale of 1 to 10,000 on a map would indicate that A map is 10,000 times larger than the ground it represents. B, 1 unit on the map represents 10,000 units on the ground. C, 1 centimeter on the map represents 10,000 meters on the ground. D, 1 centimeter on the map represents 10,000 kilometers on the ground. So based on the question, we are not seeing a unit of measurement. So we would, for number 4, say it is B, which is 1 unit on the map represents 10,000 units on the ground. For number 5, which of the following is a definition of northings? So just like the word suggests, northings, these are the lines that increase in value towards the north. So we need to look for that answer. A, vertical lines that increase in value eastwards, no. B, decrease in value eastwards, no. C, horizontal lines that decrease in value northwards, no. And D, horizontal lines that increase in value northwards. So for number 5, the answer would have been letter D. For number 6, items 6 to 7 refers to the following contour map. Here we are. Number 6, between which of the following points is the gradient steepest? So to look for this steep gradient, we're looking for the one that looks like it moves from one height to the next really quickly in a short distance. So we have P and Q, which is here. It stretches a little. We have R and S. It also stretches a little. Q and R. So Q and R, it's very close. The contour lines are very close to each other, which is suggesting that it is steep. And D, S, and T, they stretch across as well. So the answer for number 6 would have been C, which is Q and R. Number 7, which of the following points are intervisible? So we saw this question on another past paper as well, exactly the same. So we are looking for the one where we can stand at that point and see the other point without anything blocking our vision. So at P and T, P is at 50 meters, T is at 50 meters, but we have highland in between, so that would not have been the answer. Q and S, Q is at 100 meters, S is at 100 meters, so that means if we're standing at Q, we could see exactly where S is without anything blocking our vision. So it looks like the answer for number 7 is B. Let's just look at the others just the same. C, P and S, where P is at the top here, we have 50 meters and S is 100 meters, but we have another 100 meter in between, so that height would have been blocking our vision. Q and T, Q is at 100 meters, T is at 50. The 100 meter height is here, so that would block our vision as well. So the answer for number 7 would have been letter B. For number 8, we are using the map that is above. It says the position of Houston is, so Houston is right here. It's a little above 30 degrees and it's a little less than 100 degrees. We now need to find whether it is north, south, east, or west. So we can see that this is 30, then it goes up to 50, then to 70. So we know that we are increasing in numbers towards the north. So this would have been the northern hemisphere here. And then for this section, we are going from 60 to 80 to 120 to 140 on the western side. So that is what we're looking for. So we should have 30 something north and then a little below 100 west. That's what we're looking for. So let us look at the answers. So it has to be north. So A and B is already out, so it has to be C or D. And then it needs to be a little below the 100 based on the line here. So we would work with letter C for number 8. That is 32 degrees north and 95 degrees west. For number 9, we are still using that diagram. The direction of the prime meridian from Houston is, so Houston is right here. Prime meridian, remember that is the line of longitude, the main line of longitude, and it is asking where the direction of the prime meridian from Houston is. So the numbers are increasing towards the west here, so that means we are moving away from the prime meridian. So if we were supposed to move towards the prime meridian, it would have been in an easterly direction. So for number 9, our answer is A, which is east. Number 10. It is 10 p.m. on Monday in a Caribbean city located at 77 degrees west. What is the standard time in Lagos, Nigeria, which is 5 degrees east? Alright, so let's just look at the question and try to figure it out. It's 10 p.m. on Monday at a place that is located at 77 degrees west. The time in Nigeria, which is located at 5 degrees east. So in a case like this, where we have two different hemispheres working with, think of the 0 degree line right in the middle there, that prime meridian line. If we are thinking of that, we would realize that Nigeria is to the eastern section and then the Caribbean would have been to the western section. So we're expanding across two different hemispheres. What you do in this case is that you add the 77 degrees to the 5 degrees to see the amount of degrees that you have in total for the time to be stretched across. So 77 plus 5, that is going to be 82 degrees. We know already that 15 degrees equal 1 hour. So 82 degrees divided by the 15 would have given you 5 hours with a little remainder. 5 hours would have been 75 degrees. So 75, take that away from the 82 degrees that you had, you would have been left with 7 degrees. So you already have 5 hours that you need to figure out if you're going to be adding or you are subtracting the 5 hours. So since I am in the west based on the question and I need to find the time that is in the east, it means that I am going to be adding extra time. So if it is 10 p.m. and I am adding 5 hours, that would be 10 to 11, that's 1, 12, 1, 2, 3. So that would have been 3 a.m. on Monday, 3 a.m. on Tuesday, my apologies. So that is 3 a.m. on Tuesday for number 10. So the answer for number 10 would have been letter C. For number 11, the landform shown at Y is A. So Y is at the top here. We see that it is only 80 meters here. So it's not high enough to be a mountain or anything. Based on that, we are going to say that 11 is a hill. So the answer for number 11 is A. It can't be a plateau. It does not have a flat top. It's not a valley either based on the height, and neither is it a ridge. So number 12, what is the contour interval in the diagram above? So contour interval, just like the word suggests interval, you are looking for the difference between the numbers, whatever is in between. So we see that we went up by 40 to 50, that's 10. 50 to 60, that's 10, 10, 10. So the contour interval for number 12 would have been 10. So that gives you letter A for number 12. Number 13, what is the bearing of point X from point A? So when a question asks for bearing, it means that it is asking for your answer in degrees. So that is like angular bearing. Point X from point A. So this is point X here and it is from point A. So point A is your starting point. You would have drawn your north-south line right here. Connect your 2 points. So this looks close to northwest. Based on the direction northwest, we know that at north it would have been either 0 or 360 degrees. So just by looking at the answers we can figure which one it is. So it would have been 315 degrees based on the direction that we saw. So for number 13, the answer would have been letter D. Number 14, the approximate gradient of the line XY is, so we have from X to Y, that's number 14. So to look at gradient, you need to look at the rise over the run. The other way we can look at the formula is vertical distance over the horizontal distance. So vertical is suggesting the height. So it's from X to Y. So we have 700 here. At Y, it is at a trigonometrical station. That's 1250. 700 from 1250 would have given us 550 difference in height. And then to get the horizontal distance, we are going to be actually measuring this line here. You place it on your scale to see what the measurement is. Ensure that you have the same unit of measurement working with. So the height is in meters, this is in kilometers. So in this case, we got 1.5 kilometers. So to convert that, it would have been 1500 meters to get it to the same unit as the height. which is 550. So after we divide, then we would end up with 1 in 3. So our answer for number 14 would have been letter C. Number 15, the shaded area of the map is the. So the map is shaded according to the lines of latitude here. We have 0 up to 23.5 degrees north and south of the equator. So for number 15, that would have been the tropics. That's A for number 15. Number 16, items 16 to 17 refer to the following population density map of island X. 16, which of the following statements is true? A, the population is evenly distributed. No, it is not, or we would not have these patches here. B, the highest densities are in the south. So based on this north line here, the south would have been here. Highest density is the darkest spot based on the key. So no, it would not be letter B either. For number C, letter C, sorry, the population density increases outward from area 1. So 1 is here. Increases outwards, no, because 1 is the highest population density. And letter C, the population density decreases outward from area 1. So we would have this here, which is greater than 400, here 200 to 399, here 100, etc. So our answer for number 16 would have been letter D. For number 17, which of the following areas has the smallest population? So in this case, smallest population is in white, so that's 0 to 99, and here it is at 3. So our answer for number 17 would have been letter C. Number 18, a correct relationship between longitude and time is that the time changes by A, 1 hour for 20 degrees, B, 1 minute for 4 degrees, C, 4 minutes for 1 degree, and D, 24 hours for 180 degrees. Alright, so it is one of these, 1 minute for 4 degrees or 4 minutes for 1 degrees. So even if you do not remember exactly, you can figure it out. So we know that 15 degrees equal 1 hour. So if the 15 degrees equal to the entire 60 minutes, which is the 1 hour, it means that 4 minutes would be equal to the 1 degree, because 15 times the 4 would have given you 60. For number 19, for number 19, what word is used to describe that part of a river's course which is wide and shallow and has bars and islands around which the river flows? Alright, that's already braiding. So A, braided, B, flooded. No, based on what is there, if it was flooded, all you would have is water. C, turbulent, D, meandering. So that is braided for number 19. That is letter A. Number 20. Item 20 refers to the following diagram here. The feature formed in the area marked N is, so we have NA here. Number 20, we have A, levee. No, these are the levees here. B, the plateau. C, the floodplain, which is the entire area. Or D, an alluvial fan. So it is showing us the entire area here, which is our floodplain. That is what N is showing us. So for number 20, our answer would have been letter C. Number 21, the annual range of temperature is approximately. Alright, for annual range of temperature, we are going to look for the highest and the lowest temperature, and then we're going to minus. So our highest temperature is somewhere here, which looks like about 23, 24, and the lowest is about 11. 23 or 24, and the lowest would have been about 11. Yes. So based on that, 23 minus 11 would have given us 12. So for number 21, our answer would have been letter B, which is 12. For number 22, which of the following statements is true? A, the hottest months of the year are also the driest. We saw this question before as well. B, the hottest months of the year are also the wettest. C, which of the following statement is true? 22 is used in the diagram as well. So let us look through them. A, the hottest months of the year are also the driest. So dry would mean limited amount of rainfall. So we have January, February. Those are the ones with the lowest amount of rainfall there. And for hottest, you would look at the temperature. We would look at the high temperatures. So there's a high temperature here, and then we have low rainfall. High temperature here, low rainfall. Low temperature here, high rainfall. So it looks as if letter A would have already been correct, which says the hottest months of the year are also the driest. Let's look at the others. The hottest months of the year are also the wettest. That is not correct. We're not seeing where we have high rainfall when it is warm. C, there is little variation in rainfall throughout the year. D, there is little variation in temperature throughout the year. So we are seeing variation in both of them. So for number 22, we would have given the answer as letter A. The hottest months of the year are also the driest. For number 23, 23 and 24 refer to the following diagram. What was the most likely size of the population in the year 2000? So we are looking for the population in year 2000. This is year 2000 here, and this line is showing us the population. So we're seeing that here, if you were doing this on paper, you would simply draw a line across here to see which one it is closest to. So based on this, just looking at it, it's very close to 2.8, 2.9, somewhere there. And the question said, what was the most likely size of the population? So 1.5 would have been out, 2 would have been out, 2.5 would also be out. So the answer for 23 would have been letter D. 24. During which period did the population remain constant, meaning there was no growth? So from looking at that, we have between 1850 to 1900, there was no growth. So we look for that as our answer. Here it is. So for number 24, our answer is letter A. Number 25, which of the following statements about lines of latitude is true? So we have to look through them to see which one is correct. Lines of latitude, they meet at the poles? No, because lines of latitudes are actually going across. Number 25, which of the following statements about lines of latitude is true? A, they meet at the poles? No, they don't meet at the poles. Remember, these are the ones that would be going around. That is latitude, so just lateral, so it's going across east to west. So no, they don't meet at the poles. B, they are all great circles. No, we only have one great circle for lines of latitude, and that would have been the equator. C, they represent angular distance from the prime meridian. No, from the prime meridian would have been for lines of longitude. D, they represent the angular distance north and south of the equator. So for 25, the answer would have been letter D. 26. Item 26 refer to the following map of crustal plates. This is something that you need to know. Questions like this usually pop up for you to label one of these crustal plates. 26. The plate labeled Y is, so we have the Caribbean plate here. What I normally do to remember it easily, I look for the Caribbean islands, so I would know that this one is the Caribbean plate, and then I would learn the names of the plates right around it so that you can figure out what your answer is. Usually, remember that this is Caribbean geography, so usually the plate that they're asking you in relation to would have been the Caribbean plate. So if you know the Caribbean plate and then you know the ones around it, it gives you a good advantage. So for 26, Y is A, the Cocos plate. For 27, When magma emerges on the surface, it may lead to the formation of sills, dikes, laccoliths, or lava flows. So sills, dikes, and laccoliths are all intrusive volcanic features, and the lava flow would have been the one that is extrusive. And the question said when magma emerges on the surface. So for 27, your answer would have been letter D. For 28, fold mountains form when crustal plates move. Think about it. If you have two things pushing towards each other, they are going to crumple up and they are going to fold. So it must be the two plates that are moving towards each other. So let's just look for the answer for 28. A, up and down, no. B, towards each other, yes. C, parallel to each other, no. D, away from each other, no. So for 28, the answer is letter B. 29. As one climbs a mountain, the temperature decreases. So the higher you go, the cooler it gets. So you would just look through here to find which one is correct. So 29, your letter would have been A. 30. How does vegetation contribute to the development of soils? We saw this question elsewhere already. I don't remember exactly which past paper it is, but we have seen this question repeating. So how does vegetation contribute to the development of soils? A, it provides the parent material. B, roots increase the depth of the soil. C, it decomposes to form humus. D, it decomposes to produce inorganic matter. So our answer for this one would have been letter C. You can look at it to say roots do increase the depth of the soil, but the question is asking you how they contribute to the development of soil. So for that one, it would have been letter C for our answer. We are going to stop here at the moment. If you would like to see the rest of this 2013 CSEC Paper 1 past paper, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Please ensure that you subscribe so that you will not miss anything that we post. Again, we would like to thank you very much for watching. It is always a pleasure walking through the past papers with you so we can figure out the answers. If you have any questions or other comments, please ensure that you put it in the comment section below and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Once again, we want to thank you so much for watching. It is my pleasure.